Good afternoon. Welcome to Friendship Village of Dublin. I'm Reverend Fred Arzola, chaplain at Friendship Village. Thank you for being here today as we remember and we honor all the residents who've passed in the last 6 months. I'd like to take a moment to remind everyone to please silence your cell phones. We hope today's service will bring you comfort during this difficult time.
Good afternoon. My name is Jeanette Rowald. I'm the Director of Home Care Services here at Friendship Village of Dublin. And I'm truly honored to share just a few words this afternoon as we remember and celebrate the lives of the 27 residents that are being honored today. It's been a privilege and joy to know and care for each one of those remarkable individuals. Each of them brought a unique spirit, a story, a presence that touched everyone here at Friendship Village of Dublin, their fellow residents, our associates, and our community as a whole. Many of us will remember their laughter, their stories, their gentle words of encouragement, and the small, meaningful ways that they made each day great. Our associates often share how these residents inspired them through a smile that lifted their spirits, a kind word that brought comfort, or a quiet strength that reminded us what grace truly looks like. In so many ways, these residents taught us the meaning of community, patience, and compassion. Their lives remind us that every moment shared leaves an imprint that lasts far beyond the time that we have had together. As we reflect on their lives, we honored not only their memory, but also the ways they enriched our own. Though their absence leaves a deep ache, we carry forward the joy, the lessons, and the love they shared with us. They remain a part of our hearts, our stories, and our daily lives here at Friendship Village of Dublin. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to the family members and friends who shared these extraordinary people with us. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of your loved ones' lives, sharing their memories, your memories, and for trusting us to care for them. Thank you.
Well, my name is Mary Keller. I'm here to honor all of you as well as our loved ones. And I am very honored to read one of my husband's poems. He was a businessman, my Ken, but I think in his secret heart he was a poet. He wrote many, he said a drawer full of poems, and some of them were very serious, some of them were very long, some of them were extremely short, and some were hysterical. The one I'm going to read today is one that I chose for his memorial service, which was a year ago, and it's called The Captain's Log. I've been a boat, knifing through waves, my wake a proud thing behind me. The wind in my hair, the spray in my face, where no one and nothing can find me. Roaming a vast and uncharted sea with only the stars to guide me, one hand on the helm, the other about the warmth of my love beside me. But now my boat is nearing land. It's calmer shores I seek, an absence of waves, a steadier hull, the sun making love to my cheek. I cannot deny the unbounded thrill of mastering rudder and helm, slipping my boat through cavernous waves, a king in his watery realm. But evening has come. The anchor is down. The wind and the waves at their rest. Too soon for sleep, the night watch I keep, remembering life at its best.
The rose ritual is a very simple and a very meaningful ritual. I will call out the name of each of the residents who've passed, and a family member will come forward to take a rose and put it in the vase. And if a family member is not present because of scheduling or because of distance, Carolyn here will take the rose on behalf of Friendship Village and put it in the vase. John Becker. Jean H. Bennison. Marion K. Burnside. Paul Casper. Rosalie Krieger. Eleanor C. Connie DeVore. David Dave Dudley. Lee Elshoff. Barbara Barb Enderly. Gladys N. Pep Hart. Ronald Ron Ickes. Kenneth Ken Keller. Judy Lee. Pamela H. Leonard. Darrell R. Lohr. Mary Lyon. Kenneth Ken Miller. Marilyn J. Miller. Diane Mills. Barbara J. Bobby Mitchell. Mary J. Jean Olix. Ned A. Parrott. Carolyn R. Schoenstein. Susan A. Susie Scott. Jane Stiverson. Richard H. Dick Turner. Ina Eloise Westerman. So now we have our remembrances by the community. We invite you to share a thought, a word, a story about one of the residents here. I'll come around and I'll bring the microphone to you. So if there's anyone that'd like to share, just raise your hand.
So my mom was Carolyn Schoenstein, and she lived here almost 10 years with my dad, and I know they loved it here. And she wouldn't want me talking about her, So I want to thank all of our fellow residents. You all look after each other every day, and she had some amazing friends here, and she enjoyed her time. And I would also like to thank the staff here who every single day went above and beyond to make the residents here lives better, to love them, to support them. And I can't thank you all enough.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
Judy Lee was my best friend. We worked together for many, many years at OSU. She was a quality control nurse and was the one who would make sure that we would all toe the line and be able to do everything we needed to do at that point. We're very different in the sense that she always planned things months in advance, and I was one of those people who would do a phone call the night before, which drove her crazy, which I kind of enjoyed, I have to say, at this point. And so many things I can think of is her trips with her sister Stephanie to Trader Joe's, and her coming back and talking about the latest find that she found. Her favorite was the dill pickle mustard that she was so excited about. Her sister would buy it by the case and take it home. So I think of her every time I do that. And the other thought I always have of her is I always have a cup of coffee in my hand, and it would drive her crazy, and I think of her all the time when I'm sitting here by the trash can with my coffee sitting on top of the trash can. Makes me think of her all the time, and I really miss her. Just one comment about Carolyn Schoenstein. This was years ago when I think they were making decisions about something important here at Friendship Village. And I'd known her as kind of a quiet person, and just to say hello and talk with her. But I remember one time we were talking about something that seemed fairly serious, and she stood up, and she was the spunkiest person I ever knew. There were, like no secrets, and she wanted people to know that she indeed had an opinion as well. So I certainly miss her as well. Thanks.
Some of you didn't know one of Daryl's sides. He had an ornery streak in him a mile wide. He loved to pull pranks on people.
I was fortunate enough to know 19 of those 27 people, some of them just to say hi to in the hallway, but I was especially fond of Daryl Lohr, who was a retired pastor, but well into his 90s was still a minister and ministered to me, and I'm grateful.
Lee Elsoff was my best friend to me because she helped me so much. And until she couldn't help anymore. And I just felt like I should have helped her. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Patsy Schmidt, and I would just like to say that I really adored Bobby Mitchell and Lee Elsoff, both of them, and they both went sort of together. It was a very, very sad week, but I loved them both. Thank you.
Shirley asked me to read this to you, that one of their daughters added, "Dad never met a stranger and always gave a smile. He is sadly missed."
I'm very grateful to everybody who gave us.
Closer to your mouth. Yeah, close right there.
Okay. I appreciate all the help and the lovely things that the people did for us and said to us at the last time before Paul died. And we appreciate that. It was very lovely to be known and have a lot of people tell us that they appreciated Paul. He was funny often, but he loved other people here, and so I appreciate everybody that helped us at the last.
Thank you. Okay.
My mother is Barbara Enderly. She was not here for a long time, but the staff that took care of her are amazing. I remember visiting my mom. I came over, my sister had been there before I was, and her hair just turned gray and it was all long. My sister had braided her hair. When I came in to see her, she looked like a little 8-year-old girl, smile on her face. She liked the staff. She loved doing the bingo games and winning some prizes. I again thank the staff. They're awesome. And I thank everyone.
Thank you.
When I look at these names, I knew Lee Elshoff for about 32 years. I knew Daryl. He went to a men's lunch and I went to, and he was our sports expert. I knew Ned Parrott and Carolyn, and they were all good people. I know more people here than the neighborhood I lived in before. And this is truly a community and a neighborhood.
Bobby Mitchell was such a sweetheart of a lady. It was an unusual way that I happened to get to meet her. She found out that I liked to draw and paint, and she asked me to do a painting of one of her grandchildren, and I was very honored to do that for her, for such a lovely lady, and she used to keep it where she could see it all the time. Anyway, I just feel very honored that I got to do that.
I had to look up when my mother died. She lived here 10 years. She died in 2011. Who do you think pushed me to take piano lessons and encouraged me? She loved art. She painted all of her grandchildren. In fact, we have those paintings and they mean a lot to me. But what meant so much to me as the daughter was watching the care of my mom from all of the staff and the nurses and the kind people like Fred, who never missed an opportunity to say hello, ask her how she was doing. So I appreciate all of you and bless your hearts. Thank you.
Well, I was one of those that thought my husband died too soon. But I'm getting adjusted to it. And I could tell from all the comments I got that the students that he had really loved him, and the people that he taught really loved him, and I was gracious for that. And I thank all of you who loved him, and I appreciate you coming today to say goodbye too with me. Thank you.
We were lucky enough to share a table with Bobby Mitchell and her husband Jim. We had some wonderful times together, and Bobby and I shared an October 17th birthday. Both of us were going to have a big celebration and never were able to do that. But I will love Bobby and think about her for the rest of my life, and I'll miss her.
Susie Scott was my wife of 55 years and my best friend. She was a member of Friendship at Home, and she spent much of the last year of her life in Alderwood in rehabilitation. And I just want to say how fabulous that experience was under the circumstances. All the staff there were not only caregivers, but they were friends. And she was in great pain for much of that time, but the staff there was so wonderful, and they did everything that could possibly have done for her. And I'm very grateful to Friendship Village and to Alderwood.
Thank you, sir.
I too have, I'm loud. Usually I'm not. I too have many names on the list, many that go back a lot of years because of pharmacy or high state or many committees the men served on. And we knew them when they were younger. I think of Eloise and her beautiful voice and how she taught children at her church to sing. So she was a quiet presence, but there's such a void in not having her in the groups where I am. So I can say that about many here. So I'm glad to see you all here, and I'm glad for this opportunity.
Pass this down, please.
Diane Mills was here for a couple of years, and she was very fond of the staff. She loved them very much, and they loved her. She was a very kind person, and we're not going to forget her. One of the things she loved so much was the activities, especially the ones with the animals. So I hope they will continue to do that. It brought her a lot of joy at the end of her life. Thank you.
Bobby and I lived here for 7 years, and the last 2 weren't great for her. But I can't say enough good things about the people at Friendship Village. Not just the staff, who is unbelievably, but also all of the residents. When you're sick like she was wrapped in a warm cocoon of love, and that extended to me afterwards. Thank you.
It's so precious to have these short, intense friendships. Some of you have known some of these people 30 years or more. I was privileged to know Eloise for just the last year of her life, when she couldn't sing anymore, and she couldn't walk around much anymore, and she couldn't write much anymore. And now she is praising her Lord, and I'm just so thrilled for the privilege to have known her.
Thank you very much for being here today. To all the family members who are here, please come forward after our service and just please take the rose with you. And all the residents who are here, just come forward and just take the roses with you. And on behalf of Friendship Village of Dublin, please accept our deepest condolences for your loss. Have a good day.